folks, and welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks now since I've actually been on the bike, since we got back from the Land's End, the epic trip to Land's End. And I really do hope if you've seen the episodes of that you enjoyed it. Tried to piece that together as best as I could, and yeah, I think yesterday I cleaned the bike for the first time in a good while, and we've had rain on and off ever since, but today the rain subsided this morning, and now beautiful blue skies and dry roads. And I was supposed to go up to another meet tonight, and that's not really come off, so I decided, sod it, let's go out and get some fresh air. Blow some cobwebs off the bike. So we're going to do a little route, or route, some of you have seen before, and it's only a short route, and over to the reservoir, and hopefully see if we can catch the sun going down. But yeah, that was certainly a test on the Land's End trip. Some long days on that one. But altogether, at least we did have some good weather as well, so made the ride more enjoyable. And one report that I can give you is on the progressive monoshock front suspension, and that played a massive part in keeping my arse stable for those 1100 miles. So working in conjunction with the 444 progressives on the rear, as I have mentioned before, that made a formidable ride. And especially with having the extra weight of the luggage on the back, the compensation was paramount. It soaked up everything that you could ever wish for. And what I found is less vibration as well through the front, and that through the handlebars, no fatigue whatsoever throughout those long days riding. So yeah, not the cheapest of upgrades, but absolutely worthwhile. So my final comment on that, unless you want to send me a message and ask me any more info that I haven't mentioned, the monoshocks, which are very, very popular amongst the big twins and the baggers, so I'm told, works absolutely flawlessly on your Sporty. Absolutely like riding a different bike. Especially when you've got your Avons on as well. And I can report as well that Mr. Legendary Ronnie Pitt did go back and have another pint at Fishguard where we stayed. So thank you for holding up to the challenge. Pegs down. Pegs down at what? 20 odd mile an hour because of this car. We'll do something about that, won't we? Peg scraping for you. I think it's just the confidence you get when you've got the lovely dry tarmac to get them feelers down. They're the dickheads. People like that who give bikers a bad name, I wouldn't mind. What are they? Probably fucking 15-year-old or something. I'm surprised they've actually got a helmet on. Nearly forgot about the old speed camera then. Should do a bogan. So Upper Mill and Saddleworth, the weekend just gone had the Yanks weekend. And there's the dickheads. Look at that, no helmet on the back. I don't know if we caught that registration for the old police, but we'll put a shot of that on the scumbag site later. I just wish one of them had tried to fucking backjack me, because they would have got a shock. Yeah, what was I saying then? The Yanks weekend. So it's the weekend from Delphin, Upper Mill, Saddleworth, where they all dress up in 1940s gear. All the army stuff, American mostly, and that's due to the film Yanks. That was filmed around there, and they've kept the tradition now every year where they have the Army cavalcade and 1940s cars for the whole weekend. But this year, you usually as well, they have the Lancaster flying over and the Spitfire, but the weather prevailed this year, so that put them off. And with it pissing down, it stopped me from going as well. So like I said, only a short run tonight. Sail off towards the reservoir. How long did I have my left blinker on for before? Self-cancel. Anyway. Can't have wet, just clean the bike. Fair weather, ride a pussy. Oh no, come on, I'll just clean all the the frame, under the swing arm frame and everything. I don't want to get it full of shit again. It would absolutely filthy. Anyway, I can get a good shot of that sun. cream man van's still here. I've just dribbled from my nose and it's gone straight into my mouth. Tastes salty. So here we are, at Dovestone's reservoir. Another peek over the wall. I think if any of you saw the last vlog I did on this, I said I'm not going up the wall because I'm too lazy. So this time, this is what's on the other side of the wall. How about that, folks? Like an absolute mill pond today. So yeah, I mean, this is one of the best spots locally to me. Like, it's 10 minutes from my doorstep. Dovestone Reservoir. And always very popular as well in the evening, although tonight, one of the driest evenings for a while. It's quite quiet in the car park, which I found space, but usually it's queuing down the road to get in. But just a handy place to stop and rest before going over the moor. And if I turn the camera around, then you'll see on the tree line where the road goes over the moor, which that's over the Homeford side, and you've seen that before, guys, when we've come blasting down the moor, but that's over near the edge of the tree line on the top. And just where the V is there at the end of the reservoir, and then that road goes over the moor. But we're not going to go over there tonight, and that's the road that's pretty bad anyway. So I think we'll stick here and watch the sunset go down for a while and see if we can get the bike in the picture somehow. Clubhouse for the boat end section. I remember as a kid in the Scouts, I used to come on here and sail the boats a weekend on a Sunday. Goose winging over the side of the boat, your ass touching the water. Brilliant. You can actually walk around the back of the boathouse, up by the white gate, it's in the centre of the picture there, through the woods, and then over the hill. By the woodlands there as well, you've got another section of walk, and then it carries on down as well into the valley. A bit more on the sundown, and that'll make a great pic. Do it with the bike just in the centre of the shot though. Steaming up there. Open that visor a touch, some fresh air in. So that is the beautiful Dovestone reservoir. Apparently built in the 1960s to supply water to the nearby factories. And it's not even used for drinking water these days. It is used to top up the rivers, the local rivers and waterways when they run dry. Presumably to keep the fish alive. For whatever reason they've got behind it. Sundown, the best time of the day. But it doesn't matter how long it stays dry for. You always get this wet patch on the road. Normally I wouldn't bother, I'd just ride through it. 50 mile an hour. Anyway. Need a bit of the dark visor. Now this is a bad one now. You got to first gear, flick right around. So yeah, apologies as well for, I think it was the latter stages on the Land's End trip. Unbeknown to me, the camera angle had slipped down somewhat. It's always disappointing because you know I'll lock it in. I've got little Allen screws in there and they're tightened up, and I just leave it so you can flick the camera forward to change the batteries and whatnot. But when you tilt it back, I had it set before when it was absolutely perfect. That when you tilt it back and it touches the back of the helmet, that I know that I'm on the right viewing angle. But what happened is that there's another, I'll have to show you the setup at some point. I think it is on one of my vlogs, but I have one of the side arms that comes over and swings so I can get the angle right for the camera, and that arm had gone in slightly, and it's only like 10 mil, but 10 mil is a massive difference on the viewing angle that I could tilt back. So, and you don't know about it until you upload your footage as well, so it's a cringe moment when you look back and you think, oh no. So you got to try and make the best of what's what. And the other thing is as well, the GoPro Hero 4 I use on the bars, I cannot, and I used this last year as well, for the life of me, I don't know whether it's just the camera, has anyone else used them on the bars to get the wind noise just right. So it doesn't matter because I use that as a back shot anyway, and I can edit the audio out obviously and put the music background to that. But if any of you watch Bogan, $1 Million Bogan, that's all he ever does. I'm not sure whether he uses a 6 or a 7 on the bars, but I'll tell you, it's something that I'm going to look at and replace that camera anyway. And especially for next year, see if we can up the ante a little bit. And this year's been a learning curve. And also thank you as well to all your new subscribers, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. I enjoy doing it and trying to bring you new content every day, and it is hard sometimes trying to fit everything in, but I think we'll go straight on. I think we came down that road. The garage as well, by the way, we've done a little bit more in the garage but slowed down. It's just absolutely full of junk at the moment, but we're nearly there on the insulating the walls. But I don't want to put the camera in there and do any more work on the bike, which there will be in the coming autumn winter, until I've got the space and the lighting right and everything for the camera to work in there. I want to try and give you as professional as I can, you know, insight to repairs on your bike, paintwork and that sort of thing. So that's coming soon. We stopped there once as well. That's a nice place. At least took another mill off the hero blobs and the pegs. 30 miles an hour, doing 29. Should have a thumbs up for that. There's the camera. What's it like from where you guys watching from? I mean, and obviously UK guys, you're in the same boat as me. But for any of you overseas viewers, with a view to the roads that you ride on and cameras. In the old days, it was Mr. Policeman with his little camera gun, wasn't it? And that applied to all countries. But how many of you guys have the same setup as us with speed cameras along every bloody road? I mean, don't get me wrong, you do get some fun roads that still haven't got the cameras on, even though you don't want to be breaking any speed limits, but you want to have a bit of fun. But it seems these days, you know, you're governed by, I mean, okay, if this is a 40, you do 40, 42. If you get a 50, you'll do 50, 52. But then, these new smart motorways as well, that they're bringing out in the UK, are absolute just vehicle traps for going, you know, not much over the speed limit, and it's making it just hard to bloody enjoy yourself these days. There's always a way around it though. Staley Bridge, they call it Staley Vegas. There was one place people used to go for a night out and it was just door to door with pubs, clubs. Things have changed a bit now, but still has the nickname Staley Vegas. Beat the train. But you can see why it's just nice just to blast the cobwebs and go to Dovestones, as I'm not actually far from home now, and it's only up the road. Pegs down again. Mr. Road Rash, there is one of the best chippies, sunlocked Chinese meals that you will ever see. And not only does it do Chinese food, the best Chinese food around, always good for your meat pies, sausage and chips, fish and chips, deep fried Mars bar. I'm not actually joking, and if there's any Scottish viewers watching this, I'm sure you can confirm that a deep fried Mars bar is a delicacy in Scotland. I think you all know what a Mars bar is. If not, you'll have to ask. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you don't know what a Mars bar is, and I can't believe it if none of you do, here's a picture of a Mars bar. Anyway, we're going to end this one tonight. So thank you very much for coming along for this short ride. and finally seeing what's over the wall at Dovestone's reservoir. Till next time, ALCHEMOTO out.